Hi, everybody. Welcome and thank you so much for watching this brief video on the LA County Arts Internship Program. My name is Martin Hernandez. I'm the Senior Program Associate with the LA County Department of Arts and Culture, and it is my joy and honor to administrate this program on behalf of the department. And I am so excited to kick it over to my colleague so that she can introduce herself.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Samantha Vidya. You're welcome to call me Sam. I am the Program Associate for the Department of Arts and Culture, and I'm so honored to be supporting with the Arts Internship Program. I am myself an artist. I have attended colleges in LA County, including a local community college, and I'm a native Angelino. So as you can guess, I'm a big fan of the Arts Internship Program. So I'm looking forward to working with the 2023 interns. Best of luck to you all with your professional and personal endeavors. Pass it back to you, Martin.
Thank you, Sam. And we're going to hear from Sam in just a minute when we start talking about the internships. I'm going to get us started, and I do have a brief presentation that I'm calling up now on the screen, just to kind of keep me in check as we go through the presentation. So let's start talking about the LA County Arts Internship Program. So first things first, our program is actually celebrating its 23rd year, which is so exciting. And our program got its start because before our program even existed, the Getty Foundation, in partnership with the Getty Museum, started the Getty Merrill Multicultural Undergraduate Internship Program, now known as the Getty Merrill Internship Program. And the LA County Board of Supervisors in the year 2000 looked at that program and said, wow, the Getty is funding internships in museums and visual arts institutions, and that's a great idea. What about all of the other artistic disciplines like music, dance, theater, film and television, so on and so forth? We should be providing internships for those disciplines as well. And thus, in the year 2000, our program was born. And we very much consider our program a sister program to the Getty Merrill internship program. So as you can see, here's our mission statement on the program. I'm not going to read it. You're welcome to read it yourself if you'd like. But one of the things that I really love about this program is that for those of you that are interested in working in the field of arts and culture in the future, this is absolutely the program for you. It's going to give you the opportunity to get some work experience at 501c3 arts nonprofits all throughout LA County. However, even if you're somebody that isn't sure 100% that you want to work in the arts, or if it's just something that you want to try because you've always been interested in the arts, this is still a great program for you. We hope that if you leave this program and continue your career in the field of arts and culture, great. But even if you don't continue your career in the field of arts and culture, we hope that you stay engaged with these organizations as ticket buyers, as board members, as volunteers. All of those things we find we hope are outcomes as part of this program. And of course, all of the skills and experience and people that you will meet along the way. So let's dive in a little bit specifically to the 2023 cohort. This year, we are so excited to be offering 228 internships at 157 organizations. We actually had a record number of organizations apply for a record number of positions. So you can see here that this year we had 172 organizations apply to host 303 interns. And of those, we were able to select 157 organizations for 228 internships. The highest number of positions in the program are under these three categories. So the first is marketing positions. These are internships that are geared towards helping the organizations get the word out about their programming. So these could be internships helping with social media like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, so on and so forth, helping with website redesign, graphic design, so on and so forth. Arts education positions are positions specifically working with young people in either the during school or after school space. So if you're somebody that's really interested in understanding how the arts can be used to support young people and young students, arts education positions might be for you. And last but certainly not least, production types internships. So these are behind the scenes or behind the stage positions, helping these organizations actually get their art programming moving. So these might be stage managers, AV, tech folks. All of those kinds of positions fall under the production umbrella. So again, marketing, arts education, and production internships have the largest number of positions in the pool. But on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see a list of all of the other types of internships that are available in this program. Things like administration, so helping with general office support and working with their constituents and their families and supporting the overall operations of the organization. Audience services, civic engagement and development, civic engagement, development and fundraising, event planning, graphic design, and research and evaluation. So want to make sure I take a second to make something really clear. These are not internships in the production of art necessarily. So these are not internships for dancing, for acting, for painting, for performing necessarily. You are supporting these 501c3 nonprofit organizations in their work. So these are more office-based positions, office-type positions. But what I will tell you is a lot of the time when our organizations find out that their interns are creative or artists or otherwise, many of the time they will try to work in opportunities for you to showcase these skills. But again, great opportunity to kind of learn in an office environment what the 501c3 arts nonprofit sector looks like here in LA County. So let's talk about eligibility. I get to this very early on because this is about the time in the presentation where students start saying, okay, Martine, this sounds really great, but what's the catch, right? What are the things that I have to have in order to participate? And Sam and I are both here to tell you that we have purposely made this program as expansive as possible to welcome as a wide range of students into the program as possible. So let's talk about the things that you must have in order to participate. First, you must be a currently enrolled undergraduate student at either a four-year or community college pursuing a degree for the first time. So this program is geared specifically for students that are pursuing a degree for the first time, going to college for the first time. If you are graduating or transferring between May 1st or December 31st of this year of 2023, you are also still eligible for the program. So again, either currently enrolled at either a four-year or community college, or what we define as recent graduate, which will be graduating between May 1st and December 31st of this coming year. Unfortunately, if you graduated and finished your degree in 2022, you would be ineligible for this program. In addition to being currently enrolled, you must reside in or attend school in LA County. So what do I mean by this? Let's say that you are a resident of LA County. You have a permanent address here in LA County, but you are going to school at NYU in New York. You would be eligible for this program because you are a resident of LA County, even though you go to school outside of LA County. The reverse is also true. Let's say that you have a permanent residence in the state of New York, but you are here in Los Angeles attending school at the University of Southern California, USC. You would be eligible to participate in this program because you attend USC, which is within LA County's boundaries. If you're one of the many students that happens to check both of those boxes because you reside in LA County and go to school in LA County, that's great. Double checking the box never hurt anybody, so we love to see that. I do just want to make sure we clarify students that do not have a residence in LA County and are going to school outside of LA County. So let's say that you're from New York and you're going to school in New York, but are moving to LA after you graduate, you would still be ineligible for the program because again, you have to reside in or go to school in LA County at the time of applying for this program. And last but not least, you must possess right to work documents. So for any students out there that are DACA recipients, so long as you have your work authorization, you are welcome to participate in the program. International students, you are also welcome to participate in this program so long as you have work authorization. However, I will note that a lot of the times your school will need to help international students get that work authorization, and it can take many weeks or months in order to get that work authorization in place. So please talk to your school sooner rather than later in order to get that information in and ready to go. Some things on the right-hand side of the screen that may disqualify you, even if you meet all of the requirements on the left-hand side of the screen. Again, as I've said before, you cannot have a prior bachelor's or higher degree and participate in this program. So if you are returning to school and as a returning student, congratulations, love that you're doing that. But this is a program specifically for students that are pursuing a degree for the first time. You also cannot have previously participated in this program before. So if you've done an internship at any of our organizations through this program, you would be ineligible. And this is just something that we put in place to make sure as many students have access to these internships as possible. These last two pieces are really to ensure that organizations are hiring the best candidates for the job, not just students that they know. So interns cannot be a previous staff member at the organization where they are applying, and they also cannot be a relative of a staff or board member at that organization. So they are welcome to apply to other organizations where they do not have that personal connection, but students that have these personal connections to these organizations are not able to get internships where they have those personal connections. And we know that sometimes arts and culture can feel like it's a who you know game. And so we hope that this is welcome news to you all. One thing that you might notice that is missing from this slide is we do not have a requirement that you major in the arts to participate in this program. We welcome folks from all different tracks and all different areas of study. So again, as I said at the top, if you're somebody that's just kind of interested in the arts and has never really been able to give it a shot, we welcome you to participate in this program. We also do not have any age cap or age requirements. So if you are an older student, for example, that is returning to school to get a degree for the first time, potentially also maybe a veteran that is returning to school to get a degree for the first time, we would welcome you to participate. There is no age cap on this program. So let's talk a little bit about the host organizations. You've heard me mention these 501c3 nonprofits. So let's talk a little bit about who they are. These are 501c3 nonprofit agencies that have had their 501c3 status for at least 2 years. This shows us that they are stable as an organization and they know how to appropriately use these funds and host an intern. When I said earlier that the Getty program funds internships in visual arts and museums, and we fund everybody else, this is what I mean. We fund internships at performing, presenting, literary, film and digital media, municipal arts agencies, as well as social justice and social service organizations. So if any of those artistic disciplines sound interesting to you, you are in the right place. This is our program, and those are the types of organizations and the types of art that they support in our program. And last but not least, all of the organizations must be based in LA County. That means that their organizations are physically located in LA County and their programming primarily supports residents of LA County. That means no matter where you live in LA County, we have an internship somewhere near you, I guarantee it. So they do have to have a focus to LA County, and this is a specific program to support students here in LA County. Now, let's talk about timeline. At the time of recording this, that's very important. At the time of recording this, we are just about a week away from this first important date of April 3rd, 2023. This is the first date that positions are going to be posted on our website. And I'm going to talk more about position launch in just a minute. But April 3rd, 2023 is the first date that positions will be posted on our website. And we will continue to post positions for the next 4 months, all the way through July 3rd of 2023, when all 228 positions will be live on our website and ready for viewing. What you can see in this timeline is the actual internship work window. So all internships, or the earliest an internship can start, is June 1st of 2023. The latest that interns can be working is March 1st of 2024. What that means is that internships are starting and stopping at all different times between June and March of next year. So very, very important that you as a prospective student are thinking about what is coming in your calendar for the next couple of months to help you determine whether or not you're able to commit to this internship. And another thing I want to point out is, as you can see here, April 3rd is when positions will go live on our website, and this is when interns can start applying for these internships. If you're applying for something in April, the earliest you will be working is June 1. So just know that April and May for some of these positions, for a lot of these positions, are just resumes are being reviewed, interviews are being conducted, organizations are making decisions. But the earliest you will actually start work is June 1st of this year. So as I mentioned, let's talk a little bit more about position launch. www.lacountyarts.org/internships, potentially the webpage that you're on right now watching this video. This is where all of the positions are going to go live on our website. When I say the positions are going live on our website, what I mean by that is our website acts as a job board for all 228 internships in the program, but you are applying directly to the organizations for the internships that you want. So on April 3rd, May 1st, June 1st, and July 3rd, those 4 position dates, we will push new batches of positions to our website for you to apply. When you go to our website and you look at the list and you click into an internship that looks interesting to you, you are going to see all of the information that we've highlighted here on the right-hand side. So first, you will see a brief organizational description. What is it that the organization does? Who is it that they serve? What communities are they in, right? You will be able to get that in the brief organization description. Next, and maybe more importantly, you will also find a position description. So what is it that the organization is hoping that the intern will do in this internship? From there, you will also see the qualifications. So what are some skills or experience that the organization is hoping that the intern has in order to be able to successfully work on this, to complete this internship? And these last two sections are very, very important. So the first is the work period and schedule. In every internship position, you will see at least a sentence that says something along the lines of, this internship is starting in June and ending in August and will work approximately 40 hours a week. When you see that in the internship posting, if you submit an application for a job posting that says what I just explained, you are telling the organization that you are able to work 40 hours a week full time starting in June, going through August. If you cannot commit to 40 hours per week, then you might need to look for another job position that might say something like, this internship will start in August and end in November and work 15 to 20 to 30 hours per week, because that is obviously less of a commitment, right? So every individual position will have the work period and schedule. You'll remember that a second ago, I said that internships are starting and stopping every point in between June of this year and March of next year. So that work period and schedule line in each individual posting is what will tell you what that work period and what that schedule is. And last, but certainly not least, you will find the how to apply section. So as I mentioned before, you are applying not to us at the Department of Arts and Culture, but directly to the grantee organizations themselves. So they have actually spelled out in the how to apply section what instructions and what steps you need to follow in order to apply for the internship. A lot of the time, this is a resume and cover letter that you will need to provide and email to a specific person, but not all of them are resume and cover letters. Sometimes it's an online job application. Sometimes it is a chatty, informal letter about why you want to work for the organization, maybe providing some work samples if you have them. So it's very, very, very important that you look at that work period and schedule question or information, as well as the how to apply section, and follow those instructions very, very closely. So to talk about the internships themselves, I am going to welcome Sam back up to take us through our next portion.
Thanks, Martin. So one of the more exciting aspects of the internship, just on a personal note, I believe, is the fact that this is a paid internship program. So all interns, you can go to the next slide, Martin. All interns will be paid $6,760 at a rate of $16.90 an hour, working a total of 400 hours. Now, we totally understand that 400 hours is a big time commitment, but we believe that it's a really nice opportunity for y'all to build a relationship with your supervisor, the organization, and even your colleagues. That being said, again, we're going to harp on this time and time again. It is going to require that you take a look at your commitments, your school commitments, your family commitments, perhaps work commitments, and just make sure that you're able to take on this kind of big responsibility. We have been around, as Martin said, for about 23 years. So if you are interested in perhaps completing this internship next year, we should still be around. Now, in the event that you are requested to run an errand on behalf of the organization using your vehicle, or you need to pay for parking while working, please know that it is the expectation that the organization reimburse you for any fees that you might accrue. Now, we do say that y'all will be paid $6,760, but know that you will be onboarded as staff, so you'll be added to payroll, or perhaps hired as contractors. So know that payroll taxes will apply and they will be deducted from your paycheck. Next slide, please. The work. Now, internship duties will vary based on position. So let's say it is April 3rd, you are on LA County's website, you're checking out all the job postings, and you notice that there are 4 positions that say education intern. Please know that all of those positions will work for different organizations and the responsibilities may be vastly different. So you're going to want to click into each of those job postings and take a look at the description and the outline of duties. Now, let's say that you find one that you're really interested in, but you notice that in the description, they're requesting the intern to know how to do something that perhaps you've never done before. Please note that that is completely okay. In fact, that is the point of this internship. As long as you come on board with a good attitude and you're prepared to build new skills, you are going to be successful in this program. Now, in the era of COVID, there have been some changes to this program that we hope are beneficial to you as well as the organization. So those being that eligibility is the same no matter where you are physically located. So let's say you live in LA County, but you go to school outside of LA County. Perhaps you're out of state or you're going to school in Orange County. Just because you live in LA County, you would still be eligible for this program. Now, the vice versa is also true. So let's say you go to school in LA County, but you live in Orange County. Because you're going to school in LA County, you would still be eligible to participate in this program. Now, positions will likely be a mix of on-site and remote. So please be prepared to ask about the specifics of this in your interview. Let's say you are interested in an internship that is a little bit far away from you, but if there's an opportunity to work a little bit more remotely, then you can do it. Just come prepared to ask those questions to your supervisors during your interview, so that way you can, again, determine whether or not you're able to take on this big commitment. Now, each position on our website will detail the hours per week that you will be working and the start and end dates. Now, again, let's say you know that you will not be taking any classes during the summer, but in the fall you plan to go back to school full-time. Just come prepared to discuss your school schedule and other commitments with your supervisors. It is completely possible that an organization will schedule you to work 15 hours a week 40 hours a week during the summer full-time, and then drop your hours down to 15 hours per week during the fall when you pick back up your school schedule. Don't feel like you have to know exactly when your classes are, what times they are, as long as you know that in the summer you won't be taking any classes and in the fall you'll be a full-time student again. Communicating that to your supervisor is already such a great step and will help you both to build a schedule that works for both of you. You can go to the next slide. Peer groups. So we like to provide additional educational components to complement the internship. These look like virtual events. A few happen in person as well, that are typically small group settings. They're really nice opportunities to network with other interns working at other organizations and some really incredible arts and culture professionals across the field. You are required to attend at least one, but you will be paid for your attendance at that rate of $16.90. Past that, if you are interested in attending, you are more than welcome to attend as many peer groups as you'd like. Just know that you would be attending as a volunteer. And what is really nice about this is these peer groups cover an array of different topics. Some could be resume building, some could be field trips. So you get the opportunity to take a look at all of those different themes and choose which one you would like to attend based on your interests. Go to the next slide, please.
Okay.
Right.
So in the spirit of Q&A, we have here on the screen our email inbox. So internship@arts.lacounty.gov. If at any point you have questions about anything Sam and I have mentioned in this presentation, or any information that you're seeing on the website, please feel free to shoot us an email and one of us will get back to you as soon as we can. In preparation for this recording, we did surface a couple of frequently asked questions that we're going to answer. So Sam, fire away.
All right. First off, I have another full-time job. Would this be a good opportunity for me?
So I'm going to resurface Sam's sage wisdom that she shared just a minute ago about how we've been around for 23 years. We're hoping we're not going to go anywhere in the next couple of years. And so if you have a full-time job, I'm not saying that you shouldn't apply, but again, taking Sam's advice around really, really looking at your schedule and understanding, what commitments you have and whether or not a 400-hour internship fits in that schedule. I would really, if you have a full-time job, I would really consider not doing this internship at this time. Because again, this is not a short internship. This is 400 hours. It's a sizable commitment. So, just to illustrate some differences, if you're working 40 hours a week full time in this program, of course, it's a 10-week internship. If you're working 15 to 20 hours a week, that could mean this is a 27-week internship, right? So if you had a full-time job and you were asking me, I would say no, but we leave it to you all to look at your schedule and really ask yourself, what is your schedule looking like and can you commit to a 400-hour internship in the middle of all of that? If the answer is yes, great. If the answer is no, then maybe try again next year so long as you're eligible.
Great advice. Okay, next question. Are organizations allowed to hire the interns when the internship is over?
They are absolutely welcome to hire you all. We know that it happens often. Sometimes interns are hired for part-time work or full-time work, especially if you are a senior that has just graduated and obviously you don't have the commitment of school on top of that. Sometimes that can be a really nice fit. One of the pieces of advice that we give folks is treat this like a 400-hour job interview, right? Because I know that a lot of the times when organizations have really stellar interns, they will do everything possible to keep you on after your internship, especially if you are, like Sam said, trying new skills, putting yourself out there, really, making yourself a valuable asset to the organization. A lot of them are going to try to keep you around, especially because they just trained you for 400 hours, right? So you know a little bit about the work, a lot of bit about the organization. So definitely they are welcome to hire you afterwards. I will just say that it's not a requirement. We do not require them to hire you. It is up to the individual organization, but it does happen quite often. And we get so excited and so happy every time that we get that news.
Exciting. Okay. How many internships should I apply to?
Great question. And we get this a lot. So, because sometimes when interns see 220 internships, that can sound really, really exciting. And we have had interns that have tried to apply for 50 to 60 to 100 internships before, but we really recommend applying to anywhere between 4 to 6. And part of the reason that is because you should be submitting an individualized resume and cover letter or just an individualized application for every position that you're applying for. So in order to give that the time and energy that it needs for you to do the research on the organization, the type of work that they do, to also pull your resume and cover letter into the correct space, I think 4 to 6 has a tendency to be the sweet spot. And sometimes, just as an additional layer of advice, sometimes what we will tell folks is, pick 2 or 3 organizations that you feel really confident about, like your experience or your interests really line with those organizations. Then maybe pick 1 or 2 that are kind of in the middle and 1 or 2 positions that maybe you really want but have none of the skills for, and see kind of how that all shakes down. But yeah, I think the 4 to 6 application number is a good window.
Thank you. All right, next question. What if my school schedule changes throughout the internship?
So like Sam said, hopefully you have already let the organizations know ahead of time, like, hey, my schedule with work or my other job or my childcare needs is going to change in the future. If it's a last minute change and you weren't able to give the organization the heads up, you need to let them know as soon as possible. Again, many of our organizations are going to be as flexible as they can in order to make sure that the internship is successful, but they can only be as flexible as you allow them to be. So be clear, be honest, be open, be quick, do not wait. Sam and I are the people that have to help the organization find a replacement or figure out if a replacement even makes sense when an intern has to leave the internship early. So let's say that you start the internship, you get 50 hours done of the 400-hour internship, and then you throw up your hands and say, you know what, I'm so sorry, I can't do this internship. That's obviously does not look good for the intern who made the commitment in the beginning. And it also puts the organization in a really tough spot because they've spent many hours, many days, many weeks doing the outreach and recruitment to get you into the position. And now they have to start that all over with a lot less time in the program. So this is why you hear Sam and I talking so much about checking your schedule and making sure that your schedule can actually accommodate these 400 hours. Because when an intern has to leave early, it's really, really hard on the organization, and we want to avoid that as much as possible.
We have a really ambitious kind of next question. So can I do the Getty internship and the arts internship program with the county at the same time?
The answer is no, you cannot do those programs at the same time. And again, as I mentioned earlier, that's our sister program. It is also a 400-hour internship. So, doing two 400-hour internships at the same time, not allowed. However, you are welcome to do the Getty's program and then come to our program, or vice versa, do our program and then go to the Getty's program. And we know that that happens every single year. So doing the two internship programs at the same time, no. Doing one and then the other, totally fine.
Okay, last question. Can you remind me what day the internships go live?
Yes, great question. The internship positions are going to go live. The first batch of positions is going to go live on April 3rd, 2023. We will have subsequent position postings on May 1st, June 1st, and July 3rd. So as of July 3rd, 2023, all 228 positions will be on our website and ready for students to start applying. So April 3rd is your first date. Like I said, that's just about a week away for us at the time of recording. So start working on your resume, start putting your cover letter together so that you are ready to apply. If you are watching this video after April 3rd, again, there's a couple more position launch dates in in May, June, and July. And all of that information is available on our website.
That's it for questions.
Wonderful. Well, thank you again so much for taking the time to watch this quick informational video. Internship at arts.lacounty.gov is where you can send us an email if you have any questions. Otherwise, Sam, thank you so much for your help today.
No problem. Thanks, Martin.
And all right, interns, have a great rest of your afternoon, and we hope to see you in the program very, very soon. Bye-bye.